Hello everyone, welcome back to Code with Akshi.
This is day 14 of our Python for Beginners series. In today's video, we are going to learn about Python built-in functions. So now let's get started. Before learning each function, let's first understand what a built-in function actually is. Built-in functions are the functions that are already available in Python, so we don't need to create them ourselves. We can simply call them whenever we need them. You have already used some built-in functions like print and import. Today we will learn several more useful functions that make programming easier and saves lots of time. So instead of writing extra code, we simply call the function and Python does that work for us. So now let's begin with the len function. The len function returns the number of characters in a string or the number of items in a collection like a list. So here the word Python has 6 characters. So the len of text, it returns 6. Similarly, our list contains 4 numbers. So len of numbers that returns 4. Now let's look at the type function. The type function tells us the data type of a variable. So, in this example, age is an integer, price is a float, name is a string, and student is a boolean value. So, this function is very useful whenever you want to know what type of data you are working with. Now, let's learn about the range function. The range function generates a sequence of numbers. It's commonly used with for loops. Python provides 3 ways to use it. The first is range of stop. So here it generates numbers that starting from 0 up to stop minus 1. And the second is range of start comma stop. Here we specify both the starting and the ending values. So the ending value is not included. The third is range of start, stop and step. So this allows us to skip numbers using the step value. In our building example, the loop prints the floor numbers from 1 to 5. So remember, the stop value is never included. Next, let's look at the 3 very useful functions. The max function that returns the largest value in the collection. And here the highest number is 90. And then the min function, it returns the smallest value. So in this example, the number is 7. So finally, the sum function adds all the values together. So the total of these numbers is 189. These functions are commonly used while working with marks, salaries, sales, reports and many other real-life data sets. So now let's learn 2 more useful functions. The first one is round. This function rounds the decimal numbers. If the digit after the rounding position is 5 or greater, Python rounds the number up. Otherwise, it rounds down. So we can also specify how many decimal places we want. Next is abs, means it returns the absolute value of a number. It simply removes the negative sign. So, abs of minus 25 becomes 25. Positive numbers that remains unchanged. So, this function is useful whenever we only care about the distance or size of a value and not whether it is positive or negative. Let's use all the functions we have learned in one real life example. So, imagine you're working in building with 10 floors. So first we use range to generate the floor numbers and then len that tells us how many floors are there. Next is max, it finds the highest floor. Min means it finds the lowest floor. And the sum is used that calculates the total of all the floor numbers. We can calculate the average and use round to make it easier to read. Finally, we use abs to show the distance of each floor from the ground. This is an example that shows how multiple built-in functions works together to solve a practical problem. So now let's quickly recap today's lesson. Today, we learned what our built-in functions are. We learned about len that counts the characters of items, time it identifies the data types, and the range to generate the sequences, and max, min, and sum to work with numbers, and the round to round the decimal values. And next about the abs to get the absolute value of a number. So this function helps us to write a cleaner, shorter, and more efficient Python program. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Code with Akshi. Thank you for watching. I will see you in day 15. Happy coding! And this quote is for you. Thank you.